I am going to teach you about the discovery of protons and neutrons. J. Thomson discovered the electrons present in the atom, and he verified that electrons are the fundamental subatomic particles of the atom and they have negative charge. Since atom is neutral in nature, therefore they must have positive charge, and these charges are off due to the presence of protons. The proton was discovered by the scientist named Goldstein. Goldstein utilized the discharge tube made up of hard glass, and it is cylindrical in nature. It is fitted with two electrodes, cathode and anode. Goldstein uses the discharge tube in which the cathode was used perforated. This is cathode, this is anode, and this is the discharge tube. Tube was connected with the vacuum pump, which controls the pressure of the gas present in the discharge tube. High potential was applied. The gases present in the discharge tube get ionized, and a ray consists of positively charged particles emitted from the anode and passes through the perforated cathode and produces glow behind the perforated cathode, and these rays are called positively charged rays or canal rays. The sources of production of canal rays: when high potential is applied within the discharge tube, atom of the gases get ionized and gives proton. Now we shall study the characteristics of canal rays or positively charged rays. First, canal rays consists of smaller particles of positive charges. Second, it moves with high speed. Third, it ionizes the gas through which it passes. Next, it penetrates the thin foil of the metal. Its penetrating power is lower than the penetrating power of cathode rays. Next, when electric field is applied, this ray moves towards the cathode. It means they are of negatively charged rays. Cathode rays produces fluorescence like cathode rays. It affects the photographic plate. Next, E by M ratio of the cathode rays is less than that of the cathode rays. Now we shall discuss about the characteristics of protons. Protons are produced due to the ionization of hydrogen atom. This is proton. Second, proton has +1 relative charge. +1 relative charge. Its absolute charge is 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Its mass is equivalent to the mass of hydrogen. Its absolute mass is equal to 1.673 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Charge of 1 mole of proton is 96500 coulomb. From these experiment, it is verified that proton is also the fundamental subatomic particle of the atom having positive charges. Now I am going to teach you discovery of neutrons. Discovery of neutron was done by the scientist named Chadwick. For the discovery of neutrons, alpha particle or alpha rays was bombarded on the element having lower atomic masses like lithium, beryllium, boron, etc. After the bombardment, a ray of neutral particles was produced, and those particles are called neutrons. Neutrons do not have any charges. It was verified by the applying the electric field. These rays was effectless in the electric or magnetic field. General characteristics of neutron. It is neutral particle. Neutral particle. It is produced by the bombardment of alpha rays on the element having lighter mass like beryllium or lithium or boron. For example, alpha ray, beryllium, carbon, in neutron. This is neutron. It means after the bombardment of alpha ray on the beryllium, carbon and neutron was produced. Third, it has no any charges. Fourth, its mass is slightly greater than the mass of the hydrogen or proton. Its absolute mass is equal to 1.675 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Now, we shall discuss the result after the discovery of electrons, protons and neutrons. From the discoveries of these particles in the atom, it becomes easy to study the stability of the atom and why different elements have different chemical and physical properties. It becomes also a study easier. The origin and the nature of electromagnetic radiation obtained from the different atoms after their heating, their identification becomes easier. Now, I am going to show the masses, charges of the electrons, protons, neutrons in the tabular form. Name, symbol, relative charge, absolute charge, absolute mass. Electron, symbol E, relative charge -1, absolute charge -1.602 into 10 to the power -19 coulomb, absolute mass 9.109 into 10 to the power -27 gram. Proton P +1, absolute charge +1, 1.602 into 10 to the power -19 coulomb. Its absolute mass 1.673 into 10 to the power -24 gram. Neutron, it is represented by N, zero charge, 1.675 into 10 to the power -24 gram. Thanks. I am going to teach you about the discovery of protons and neutrons. J.J. Thomson discovered the electrons present in the atom, and he verified that electrons are the fundamental subatomic particles of the atom, and they have negative charge. Since atom is neutral in nature, therefore they must have positive charge, and these charges are off due to the presence of protons. The proton was discovered by the scientist named Goldstein. Goldstein utilized the discharge tube made up of hard glass, and it is cylindrical in nature. It is fitted with two electrodes, cathode and anode. Goldstein uses the discharge tube in which the cathode was used perforated. This is cathode, this is anode, and this is the discharge tube.